Hey guys, it's Daniela, and this week's theme on WowzerfyingSquad is freestyle. So today, I thought I would sit down and do a video talking about some of my pet peeves. Before the video starts, I want to give a couple disclaimers. First of all, if you can hear like background noise, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but if you can hear it, my dishwasher is running. I'm doing my dishes, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry. Just ignore that, because that is not supposed to be part of the video. That's just what happens to be going on while I'm recording this. And the second disclaimer that I want to give is, if this video turns out to be a million years long, which, knowing how ranty I can get in videos like this, it probably will be, I am so sorry. I am so sorry for the length of this video. Unfortunately, I am not currently able to edit because I have been experiencing some technical difficulties, which I'm not gonna get into detail about that because that's not the point of this video. But long story short, I've been experiencing some technical difficulties, but I will hopefully have those resolved soon. I'm just still working on figuring out how to resolve everything and just figuring out how to fix those issues. But until that gets fixed, I'm not able to edit any videos, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna have to upload this raw and unedited. I'm gonna try to not rant so much, so that this video doesn't turn out super long. But I'm just gonna warn you guys. It's probably gonna be a long video. Okay, so so I just have some of my pet peeves typed out on my phone. I'm just gonna read off of it and kind of talk about my pet peeves. These are also in no particular order or anything. These are literally just in the order of how I thought of them when I was typing these out. So anyways, without any further ado, let's get started. So my first pet peeve that I'm going to talk about in this video is when people call me Danielle. Now, I don't have a problem with the name Danielle. I think that is a beautiful name. I think that's a perfectly fine name, and if your name is Danielle, that's great. I don't have any problems with that name. But I don't like when people call me that, simply because that's not my name. My name is Daniela. Now, yes, I know it's very similar to Danielle, but that's not my name. I don't know, take some time to learn my name. It's not that hard. I mean, if you call me Danielle, you pretty much have most of it, so it's not that hard to just add the A on the end. Now, if someone does this once because they're just getting to know me and they don't know me quite well yet, and they do it once and then I correct them and then they don't do it again, that's one thing, okay? I get it. If you're just getting to know me, and you make that mistake once, it's not a big deal. But it's when people keep doing it and they don't, I correct them and they can't, they just keep doing it. It's just my name is not Danielle, it's Daniela. And it's I feel other people with names that have very similar variations can also kind of relate to this. For example, if your name is Sophie or Sophia, I'm sure you guys wouldn't like it if someone called you the other name. And if you're watching this and your name is Danielle, I'm sure you wouldn't like it if someone called you Daniela, because that's not your name, you know? I don't know, just call me by the correct name. Now, if you call me a nickname, okay, most people don't call me nicknames, most people just call me by my name. But if you call me Danny or something, I don't care. I don't mind if you call me Danny or something. You can call me Danny, you can call me D, you can call me, I can't think of any other nicknames for Daniela. But Danielle is not a nickname. If you're gonna call me by a name that's not a nickname, just call me by my actual name, you know? Don't... Okay, moving on. The next pet peeve, which is kind of similar, it's on the same topic of names and stuff, and it's when people misspell my name. And the most common way that people misspell my name is they will spell it with 2 L's. Now, I know that my spelling of my name, first of all, I don't have the most common name in the world. And even for people who do have my name, I know the more common spelling, at least in the States, is with 2 L's. I spell my name with 1 L. It's Daniela, not 2 L's, it's just 1 L. And I know that for most people named Daniela who are in the United States spell their name with 2 L's. I know in a lot of Spanish-speaking countries, my spelling is more common. I am half Puerto Rican, so that's why my name is spelled the way that it is. So, like, again, with the, like, if you do it once and then I correct you and you don't do it again, it's one thing. But, like, if you keep doing it, if you keep misspelling my name and don't listen when I tell you my name is only spelled with 1 L, like, why? Like, why can't you learn how to spell people's names, okay? If I'm at, like, Starbucks or something, or if it's, like, any circumstance in which the way that my name is spelled is really not a big deal. Like, if I'm at Starbucks and they write my name on the cup with 2 L's, it's whatever. Like, I literally do not care. Like, as long as I get my correct order, like, I literally do not care. I'm never gonna see these people ever again. Like, it doesn't matter. But if it's, like, a more important thing, like, if it's on a legal document or something, which I've never, like, really had that problem before, but if it were to happen, if it was, like, my name was misspelled on a legal document, like, I would actually do something about that and figure it out and, like, get that fixed and stuff. But another thing is, like, people who, like, leave comments on my videos and they, like, if they refer to me by name, like, my personal channel, the name of my personal channel is just my name. It's Daniela Bodo. And so when people leave comments on my videos on my personal channel and they misspell my name, it's like, you can literally look at how my name is spelled. It's in my channel name. It's spelled correctly in my channel name. So it's like you didn't really have an excuse to misspell it. So it's just, like, little things like that where if you, like, even if you don't know me that well, like, if there's a place where you can look at it and it's spelled correctly and you really have no excuse to misspell it, it's like, I don't know, just kind of just take the time to look at it, and I don't know. Okay, so this next one, I'm going to warn you, it's really petty. All of these are really petty. Well, most of them are. This one is really petty, and honestly, I don't know why it bothers me so much, but it just does for whatever reason. But it's when people, this year specifically, who post, like, on Instagram, about their 365-day challenges or something, or anything like that. No, you are wrong. It's 366 this year, and every 4 years. Because that's what happens every 4 years. It's 366. Okay, you are wrong. You need to edit your post. I don't know why that bothers me. I really don't. It's such a small thing, but it just does. Like, when I look at it and I'm like, and I know they're wrong, and it's just like, why? Like, I don't know why that bothers me. I don't. It's so petty. I know it really is, but I think it's just because, like, I look at it and I'm like, if they don't realize their mistake, like, they're gonna be one day off. And, like, yeah. Okay, moving on. The next one is when people are referring to women as in, like, the plural, like, more than one woman, and instead of saying the word women, they pronounce it woman as in the singular. Like, that's not grammatically correct. Again, I don't know why that bothers me. It's a small petty thing, I know. Well, these are pet peeves, and pet peeves most of the time are petty, little petty things that annoy us. But, like, I don't know, when I hear that, it's just like, it just sounds wrong. When someone says woman, but they really mean to say women, like, that just sounds so grammatically wrong. Like, it sounds awkward, you know? Like, I don't know. And this is something that I have only recently heard, like, more and more people do in the last few recent years. And I'm like, is this becoming a thing? Are people, like, not knowing how to say women versus woman? Like, is that a thing? Is that becoming, like, a trend? Like, I don't know why this is something, like, I've only, like, just started hearing, like, about a year or two ago. Like, I swear, like, this is only something that I have recently started noticing. Maybe it's just, like, I just started noticing it. But this is only something that I've noticed, like, in the last probably a year and a half or so. And it's just like, is this becoming a thing? I don't know. Like, why can't you just learn that they're pronounced differently? I don't know. The next one is when people, like, excuse themselves to go to the bathroom, but instead of just saying, like, a simple, I need to go to the bathroom, or can I be excused to go to the bathroom, they are specific about what they need to do in the bathroom. And it's just like, why can't you just say, I need to go to the bathroom? Like, why is that not enough? Like, I don't want to know what you're about to do in the bathroom. Like, just go to the bathroom. Like, what you're doing in the bathroom is your private business. Like, I don't need the TMI. Like, it's too much information. Just go to the bathroom. Just excuse yourself. Or, like, just in some situation, depending on the situation, you might not, like, you don't even have to excuse yourself. Like, just literally go. And, like, just do your thing. I mean, we all go to the bathroom. Like, it's a natural thing. And I get it, like we shouldn't, like, bathroom stuff is normal. We all do it. And I guess to a certain extent, like, it's, like, we shouldn't be ashamed of it because it's something we all do. But it's just, like, there's a time and a place for that. And I don't want to know what you're doing in the bathroom. Like, there's no reason why I need to know that. Like, why can't you just say, I need to go to the bathroom? My brother does this all the time, by the way. I'm sorry, like, I'm not trying to, like, call people out in this video, but I just want to say, like, my brother does this. He's probably not watching this video. He never watches my videos, so it's okay. But my brother does this, and it just bothers me so much. And I guess, like, it's one thing if you're with your close friends and you're, like, all comfortable around each other. But it's, like, if you do it with your close friends, that's one thing. But just, I don't like when people just do that to anyone. You know what I mean? Like, just don't do that. Like, just don't. Just say, I need to go to the bathroom. That's all I need to know. Okay, the next one is people who call violins fiddles. Like, when they're not referring to, like, actual fiddle music, because fiddle music, like, it's a thing, but it's its own category. Now, I am a violinist, okay? I'm in orchestra, so that's probably why this bothers me so much. But a fiddle, yes, fiddle music is most of the time played on a violin, but fiddle is not just another word for violin, okay? A fiddle is, like, when you refer to a fiddle, you're referring to a violin that's playing bluegrass music. That's what a fiddle is, okay? A fiddle is not just a violin in general, okay? Like, if I'm sitting in orchestra and we're playing classical music, because that's what we play in orchestra most of the time, and people say, okay, fiddles, now let's hear you play this section of the music. It's like, that's not correct. We're, like, why can't you just call us violins? Fiddle refers specifically to bluegrass music. It annoys me. It really does. Because it's not correct. It's not. Okay. Next is another musician pet peeve, and it's when I'm sitting in a classical concert and people clap in between movements. That's completely against classical concert etiquette. Like, you're not supposed to do that. The piece is not over. The piece is not over yet. It's just the movement that's over. But it's not the piece that's over. Now, I will tell you how do you know when you're supposed to clap. And the way that you can tell when you're supposed to clap is when the conductor of the orchestra turns around and faces the audience. That's how you know the piece is over, and that's when you're supposed to clap, okay? Just because there's a pause in between movements doesn't mean the piece is over. It's not. Now, I go to my local symphony orchestra. I go to their concerts once a month, okay? And every concert, people do this, and I'm like, why? Like, I guess in a way, like, I should be happy. I guess it's a good thing, because it means, like, if people are going there who don't know much about, like, who don't know, like, that's a thing, and that if people are going there and they're not familiar with classical concerts and stuff, and like that means they're branching out and they're exploring the world of classical concerts, and we're like attracting more people to be interested in going to classical music concerts. So I guess in a way, like, that's a good thing. But if you're going to go to a classical concert and you're not a regular classical concert goer, at least before you go, like, you should at least educate yourself on the etiquette, you know? Like, just don't clap in between movements. It's not hard. Okay, the next one is, if I'm, like, texting someone, like, and usually it's, like, it happens, like, on Snapchat, because on Snapchat, like, it shows you when the person is typing. So, like, the little 3 dots come up, like, as they're typing. When people, like, stop typing and they start again, and, like, they keep doing that. Why are you doing that? I hate when people do that. Like, it just creates, like, so much more suspense, because I'm like, why do they keep doing that? It makes it take longer. And then when the response finally does come, it's like something, like one sentence or something that shouldn't have taken that long to type out. And it's like, why do you do that? Why do you do that? Okay, so sorry, I'm gonna call someone else out again. I hope this person is not watching this, which that's probably a slim chance anyway, because this person probably doesn't even know that I make videos. But when I lived on campus, when I lived in my dorm on campus, my RA used to do that all the time. So like I would ask her like a question on whatever thing we used to, whatever app we used to use, I can't remember. And she would do that, and like it would just annoy me so much, and I don't know why people do that. I don't. Okay, the next one is those Instagram things that are going around, like, you know those add yours things that go around on Instagram stories? Well, there was one, or at least like several that went around, and it was some variation of post a picture, or you'll have a terrible year or something, or post a picture or bad luck or something like that, or some variation of that. Why are we doing that? Why are we putting negative vibes into these add yours things? Now, I'm not like a superstitious person really, so I don't really like take those seriously, but it's unnecessary. It really, like, it's unnecessary. And I know there are people who are superstitious and are going to take that seriously. They're going to think that something bad actually will happen if they don't post a picture. And there are also people who, even if they're not superstitious per se, they might just have like an anxiety disorder, or like have some sort of anxiety that causes them to convince themselves that that's true, and like it just causes their anxiety to get worse. And it's like, why are we doing this? Why can't we just say post a picture because you can, or post a picture without adding anything after that. Post a picture of this thing. That's the whole point of the add yours things, okay? I promise you, like, people are going to follow it. You don't need to add, if you don't do this, it's bad luck. It just gives me like chainmail vibes. It just reminds me of like those chainmail things from like a decade ago, where like you get an email that said like, send this to 5 people or else this scary creature is gonna appear in your room at 3 a.m. Like, why are we turning those add your stickers into chainmail? Like, I don't like it. I don't. Why can't we just let people choose if they want to follow the trend? Why are we resorting to this to get people to follow the trend? I don't understand. Okay, the next one is kind of similar. It's also on the topic of like Instagram stories and stuff like that. And it's a thing that is not so much a thing anymore these days, but it was a thing that was going on maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. And it's when people were posting these things like, repost if you're against this thing, or repost if you support this thing, and then I can see who skips. Again, why are we doing that? Like, again, it's similar to like the chainmail thing, but instead of like the topic of bad luck, instead of making people think they're gonna have bad luck if they don't follow the trend, now we're making people think that you're gonna lose respect for them if you don't repost this, because if you don't repost, like, it's literally performative. It's literally performative, and it doesn't do anything for the cause. Like, if you want to do something for the cause, actually do something. Like, donate to GoFundMe's or sign petitions, or like do something. Don't just post something saying I care about this. Now, if you happen to come across this story and you don't repost this, I'm going to assume you don't care about it, and I'm going to lose all respect for you. Why? Like, why do we have to, why is the indicator of whether or not we care about something if we post saying we do? That's literally so performative. And then it gets other people to follow the trend because they're like, oh, I don't want this person to lose respect for me. Like, this person is my friend. I don't want our friendship to end because of this. And so they post it, because if they don't, this person is going to lose respect for them. And then they get on the trend. And I'm just like, I have reposted those things before purely out of fear that someone would lose respect for me if I didn't. And I'm just gonna say, like, if you have seen me post those things before, I'm just gonna say I never checked who reposted it and who didn't. Like, I was not gonna do that. I was not gonna do that. I literally just posted it on my story because someone else said that I had to, or else they were gonna delete me as a friend, basically. I don't like it. Why are we doing that? Okay, the next thing is when people pronounce Reese's as Reese's. I don't know why this bothers me so much. I really don't. But I have always called it Reese's. Okay? Because that's how it looks like it should be pronounced. It looks like it should be pronounced Reese's. Now, this is probably going to spark a debate. This is probably similar to the pecan versus pecan situation. I don't know if there actually is, like, a correct way to pronounce it. But, I don't know. I've always said Reese's, and to me, like, that sounds correct. I feel like if it was supposed to be pronounced Reese's, it would be spelled with an I-E at the end. So, I don't know, like, I hate when people say Reese's. It just sounds wrong. It just sounds wrong. Okay, and the last one is people who don't use Be Real for its intended purpose. So, what I mean by this is people who constantly post late on Be Real. Now, I'm not talking about people who post late every once in a while, or post late I post late, like, actually quite a lot. Like, I'm, like, not even once in a while, but, like, I don't always post on time, okay? If you couldn't post in the moment because, like, you actually, like, couldn't, like, maybe you were too busy, maybe your phone was off, maybe, like, I don't know, like if you actually, for one reason or another, couldn't post at the time of the notification, and so you post a little bit late, like, that's not what I'm talking about, okay? Like, that's not a big deal. What I'm talking about is those people who deliberately post late because they know that they're going to be doing something more exciting later on, but at the time that the notification came, they weren't doing that exciting thing yet. And so they purposely wait until they're doing the exciting thing. That defeats the whole point of the app. The whole point of Be Real is to show it's literally to be real. It's literally the name of the app. It's to show the real moments. It's to show that life isn't always what you see on Instagram, okay? So the whole point is to post like as soon as the notification comes, no matter what you're doing. Or if you're not able to post at the time that the notification comes for whatever reason, you post as soon as you can, even if you're not doing something exciting in the moment, you know? Like, okay, I get it. Like sometimes, like, the notification comes when I'm in orchestra rehearsal, and I can't pull out my phone in the middle of rehearsal. It's supposed to be real, so I'll do it afterwards, you know? A few weeks ago, the Be Real came while I was on an airplane, and I wasn't able to post until the plane landed because, you know, I didn't have service. Okay, I still posted while I was still on the plane, like when it landed. And I got service again. Like, I still posted the Be Real. I was still on the airplane. I wasn't doing anything, like, particularly exciting, you know? But it's just like, why are you purposely waiting? Like, that literally defeats the point of the app, okay? So, anyways, that was the last pet peeve that I am going to talk about in this video. I probably have way more, but those are just the ones that I thought of while I was making this list. And this video it's already long enough, so I'm gonna go. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I should have said this at the beginning, but please don't feel like offended by this video or called out. If you like do any of these things or like have done any of these things before, like, don't feel bad or don't like start apologizing in the comments, okay? I get it. We're all gonna do things that annoy people. It's hard to avoid that, okay? And you know, like, I'm not gonna, like, if you're guilty of these things, like, I don't need you to like apologize in the comments. I guess just don't do these in front of me, I guess. And most of the things on these lists were pretty petty and small. I guess with the exception of the post a picture or bad luck or the I can see who skips. I feel like those two are bigger because those can actually create anxiety and stuff. But the rest of the things on the list, with the exception of those two things, I feel like we're pretty small and petty. So if you have done any of these things before, like, don't feel bad, okay? This was just me letting off, just talking about some of the things that annoy me. And yeah, so if you guys like agree with any of my pet peeves, or have any of your own pet peeves, like, just feel free to comment them down below, like, if you want to. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go now because this video is like 50 million years long, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you made it to the end of this video, like, give yourself a pat on the back. And yeah, so anyways, don't forget to have a wowzerfying day full of lots of wowzerness, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out, y'all. Woo!